And this is the turn where the carry Arclights get into this game. And not very surprisingly, I think carry Arclights are good if you have a lot of time in the battle. This is not a lot of time in the battle, but my opponent likes them. I like the Vulcans here. My opponent, apparently, likes carry Arclights. Because if memory serves, he's going to pick them. I'm putting the Vulcans here because, well, replicate crawlers is instantly picking up range and anti-aircraft. Probably to deal with the wasps and then deal with tanks and then deal with these overlords. Because they don't have much HP for being giants. I am putting this tower on level 3 and I'm kinda really thinking about abandoning it entirely. He's adding 3 more Arclights. I spent my money on... What did I actually spend? I put photons here. And yeah, I guess the rest kind of was tower levels. And I deployed 1 additional unit. I think it was this overlord here, actually. Yeah, it has to be, because this thing has done nothing so far. So now I suddenly have 3 Arclights in this flank, 3 Arclights in this flank, and an Arclight here to deal with these wasps that were taking down the phoenixes earlier on. I was feeling kinda safe, because honestly, level 3 tower, it has almost 60k HP. What can really happen to it reasonably? Well, as you can see, these Arclights, despite not having an attack buff here, they are already putting good damage on that, and I'm very surprised to find that tower falling suddenly. Despite being at level 3. This is kind of what cemented my decision of, I don't want this tower to, well, I don't want this tower to really be defended by me. I want it just to be irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. The tower did go down, but of course the debuff was much shorter, and there is not much left for my opponent. Carry Arclights are good, but they are not that good. At least not at that level. There was only 1 level 3 one in that pack. And it was already doing enough, honestly. Rhino Assault for him. I think I also took Rhino Assault because I was thinking, you know, it's a level 2 tower, but there's not much in the way. Maybe I can get it. And at this point, Rhino Assault is not worth a lot in terms of money. So he's putting it here. I'm not 100% sure why he's pushing that tower. Because it's not like that debuff is going to do all that much. He's also putting some steel balls here. And in the meantime, I'm just maxing the tower out. 1 second of debuff. And 235,400 health. For real. This should be enough to hold this back, is what I thought. Well, the steel balls have something else in mind. What else was going down? What did I even spend my money on? I think I leveled this Overlord. And I leveled these Marksmen. And I think I also leveled these Wasps, but that might also have been the case. No, it was not the case in the last turn. They are winning way too convincingly against these Phoenixes. This Rhino absolutely got destroyed. Tower is tanking like a boss. But now that the steel balls are here, there is enough damage to destroy the tower regardless. Like, look at the amount of damage these steel balls are ranking up. They are already top damage this turn, just like that. There is a force of units moving in, and they are pushing on my marksmen. But this already is such a complicated board that at this point in time, I was not really regarding this the main issue. I was kind of thinking of how can I win this fight even harder. Because I was not even paying attention to what was going on here. There was enough to pay attention anyway. Next combat power turn, basically electromagnetic blast. My opponent here admitted in chat that he completely forgot that I have photon. And this is not a new investment, I had it before. I'm taking electromag as well, because I'm thinking it's going to be worth it. And I'm thinking what to do. Oh wait, he just can't shoot this. And carry Arclights, they now have 3 techs. Carry Arclights without techs are absolutely garbage. They can't do anything, really. Of course, my opponent, I can see why this is a big alluring target. especially with high-ranking overlords with techs, to put an EMP here. But yeah, he just forgot that I have the counter to that. The last unit here gets sold, and this tower is just on its own. Nothing here really to see. My opponent can't really disengage because he has these Arclights here and they are doing nothing productive. He is shielding here, but my EMP is not targeted on that. My EMP is going here because he cannot protect against it. The only shield you can put here, as far as I know at least, is the combat ability shield. And this is where I go for something that I think is really what changed all of it. I'm going for some Rhinos with explosives. It was at the end of the turn, and I just wanted all of this gone. Also, I didn't think of it at this time, but they are really good against replicate crawlers because they just explode and take all the crawlers down. My opponent is suddenly fighting with like half an army. The EMP really did a good number on all of these units. EMP went down on this tower once more, but not really, you know, doing a lot. However, now this turn I'm finally realizing, oh wait, all of these replicate crawlers moving in on my marksman, that is my actual problem here. I was focusing on the entirely wrong thing, and that's why I absolutely get annihilated this turn. Even though I had an absolutely amazing EMP and my opponent completely completely did a misplay with that combat power. Now he gets a shield he can put in the flank. I'm looking at the heavy armor and I'm thinking, you know what? Level 3 Overlord with heavy armor. 114, almost 115,000 health. Looking good. I'm getting another Vulcan because I'm thinking maybe it can defend against all of these crawlers in the end. And these are not just normal crawlers. These are leveled crawlers. This crawler, I'm not sure if he levels it, but it can be level 4. Level 4 crawler actually is pretty tough. My opponent's shields here. I'm still sitting on my money, not really sure what to do. I had hoped to finish it last turn. I was basically going all in, and I failed. I just plain failed. So, what did I decide to do? What did I try to finish this? Because my opponent has carry Arclights, and these Arclights, some of them are now level 4. What's this one? Also level 4. These are not the fattest carry Arclights, but they now have full tech. They have full tech, and they can in theory delete my entire board if they have enough time. Like the Scorpions and the Marksmen are good against him, but he has replicate crawlers. If they survive, it's over. Which means I decide to just double down on Rhinos. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I'm putting some Rhinos here to blow up all of this nonsense. I'm putting another Rhino here, and I'm putting another Rhino here to blow up all of these carry Arclights. Getting some upgrades, getting now level 2 health, and that oil, I thought of it in the last few moments, and it was worth its weight in gold. Of course, Rhino's exploding, taking down basically his entire army, but the rest of his army unfortunately is rather scary. Later on, I didn't realize it at the time, but really, a lot of crawlers just exploded. This thing was kinda about to go in that direction, but it got taken out by the Phoenixes. However, it turns out it's not necessary because, well, oil just slows these enemies down. It's awesome. I just never really think of oil as that. I think I'm falling into the same trap that many people fall in as well. Oil is just kind of fire waiting to be ignited. My opponent has fully tagged level 4 elite Arclight, carry Arclight, but this Overlord has too much HP. And in the end, I have enough surviving giants to finish this game with a win. Basically playing a really weird match of aggro defense against someone with carry Arclights, replicate crawlers, and, well, fully tech carry Arclights, with suicide Rhinos. This is crazy. This was a really crazy match. And I think the best play for my opponent in the last turn kind of would have been to counter these Rhinos with hackers, maybe. I'm not 100% sure if that would have done that much good, but I think it would have done more than adding on some more level 1 Arclights, even though they have full tech. I don't think Like, if he had made them level 2, they would have been more scary, and he will probably have been alive for this turn. Also, I kind of saved the chat here. My opponent apparently did not take kindly to me blowing all of his units up. Yeah, getting a bit of salt. Like, I can understand people getting salty when you are the aggro player and they get salty at you because they feel like they are really not, how should I put this? Like, the fight is really just unfair and unfun. I will admit to getting salty on those occasions as well. But getting salt as the aggro defender is something entirely new. I will take this salt with pride and enjoy it. And yeah, I will also enjoy this aggro defense win with rhinos blowing up half of my opponent's army. That was a game. Yeah, I'm glad to see that. Like, I was thinking of not casting a lot of games because or rather, I fear that I'm getting into the habit of basically only casting wins, like many other YouTubers are doing. But I think I'm actually keeping the balance somewhat decently. And as far as tournaments go, they are a pain to cut. So if I go for future tournaments, I probably will be more likely to stream them on Twitch than edit them and upload them to YouTube. Well, that's other housekeeping out of the way. Thank you everyone for watching. It's kind of late now, and my nose is still somewhat. Like, I still have a bit of a what's it called? The sniffles. A bit of a cold. So yeah, I think this is enough for me right now. Thank you everybody for watching, and until next time.